Hi, welcome to part 3 of this video guide on how to build a contact management application with Caspio. In this video, we'll learn how to create login screens for both the employee and manager level users. Let's have a look. If you've seen part 2 of this video guide, which is the previous video, you'd have learned how to set up all of your tables, relationships, and the views to filter out each of the user roles. Now let's learn how to build a login screen to allow our employees to log in using some kind of an email and password combination before they can view any of the functionality. And to do that, we need to go into the Authentications object. Don't be confused by this term Authentications. All this truly means is you're going to be building a login interface using this object. And to build your first login interface, you click on the link here at the top, and then you need to select your data source. We now have 3 views that we created in the previous video. We are filtering active employees, active managers, and everyone who's active. Let's begin with active managers first. For your setup option, you can have a quick login screen if you decide to go with Express, but I recommend custom because you get a lot more customization options on the login screen. The first thing that you need to select is how do you want to validate the person that's logging into your application. And you have 4 different options here. If you choose the top radio button, now anybody inside this view, which is the Caspio recommended data source, anybody who is listed in this view will be able to log into the application. And now we know that only Sarah Smith, who is our active manager, will be able to log in using this setup. If you choose ID services, now you're ignoring the view and you're allowing Sarah to log in using social media. So she can log in using her Gmail account, Twitter account, or OpenID. If you go with the third radio button, now Sarah can log in using a combination of the information from inside the view, or if she can log in using social media. And many of us can relate to this. If you ever go to a website, you have the ability to sign up directly to that website using a registration form, but if you want to bypass that and quickly log in using your Facebook account, you can do so. The drawback to that is that you're allowing this third-party website to get information from your Facebook account. So be careful who you're sharing your data with. And finally, we have Saml, which is a single sign-on. It's not available on my current plan that I'm in, but if you have an Active Directory, let's say you're using Okta, you can have all of your employee credentials and user information stored in Okta, and you can use the credentials from within that account to log into Caspio applications as well. This way, you're not storing your passwords in 2 different locations. You just have your credentials in one place, and your employees can log in not just inside your network, but also Caspio applications at the same time. If you'd like to see how that's done, check out our YouTube channel and look for Caspio and Okta, and you'll be able to see that integration. In our video tutorial, we're going to go with the top radio button. Here are my 2 login fields, email and password, and right away you're going to be able to see why I prefer custom over Express. Under custom, you can add additional elements into your login screen, including additional authentication fields. So for example, if I click on this and I say I want the name field to be my login screen as well, click add. Now the end user needs to input their email, password, and name before they can log in. It's a bit of an overkill for our use case. I'm just going to go ahead and remove that field by clicking on the X button. And we're going to stick with email and password. For my email field, I'm just going to rename the label to say email. And then I'm going to scroll down a little bit, expand my advanced settings. And you should also get familiar with these advanced settings as well. There's some useful options here that you can enable on your login screen. For example, logout destination. If you click on change and you set go to a new page, now you can specify where do you want the user to go when they log out of the application. So if you want to send them to maybe google.com, you can do that. In most cases, people select login.html to be their redirection URL. For now, I'm going to remove that. We're going to populate this information in part 4 of this video guide and also part 5. So let's hold off on that for now and just hit cancel. Timeout Redirection is used for security purposes. If you go ahead and click change here, and let's say you set this to 8 hours, and you set a new page. Now, if the end user is away from the application for 8 hours, for security reasons, log him out or log her out and send her to a specific page on your website. Let's cancel that for now. Login redirection on success. If you click change here, you can also set to go to a new page. So if you have a login screen by itself And only when the user logs in, now you send them to a different page, for example, dashboard.html, where they can see additional navigation menu items or additional content that's on the website. Let's also remove that for now and cancel out of it. Enable cross-application login. So if you have multiple applications inside your account and you want the user table to be inside one app, you can use that same user table across multiple applications. This is a much more effective way of building apps where you have a single user table and all the users within that table can log in across multiple applications. Only one session per user should be self-explanatory. If I log into my computer, into the application, and I go to a different system or a different computer, I try to log in, it's going to let me log in, but it's going to log me out from the previous session. And then once you're done, all you have to do is click on Create at the bottom right-hand corner. Give your authentication name. I'm going to call this CM Manager Login. And here's my very first login screen. This is going to give access to Sarah Smith to log in later on and be able to view certain forms or certain data. Let me set up my second one very quickly. This time I'm going to pick the employees, custom, recommended. I'm going to rename my label to email and then just scroll down in the bottom right hand corner. You should be able to expand your advanced settings and just make sure you enable cross-application login and click on Create. Let's call this CM Employee Login. And last but not least, let's set up our last one that gives access to everyone. So I'm going to choose my view that's filtering all active, custom, recommended, email, expand the advanced settings, and make sure you enable cross-application login and click on Create. And let's give a name, CM All Access. This is how in Caspio you're going to create that login screen. You don't see it just yet, but when you come to the next video, part 4 of this video guide, you will see how we apply these login screens to all of our forms and reports to only allow certain members of the application access to different parts of the app. Thanks for watching part 3. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope to see you in the next video where I teach you how to build all the forms, all the reports, the entire functionality of this app, and then later on in part 5, I will teach you how to deploy the application to your website. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next class.